Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Yashkoach, and thank you, Vicky. Shabbat Shalom. We will now turn in our Siddur to page 5. And if you need a Siddur, they are right up the stairs on the cart if you need be, or also in the back shelf there. Page 5, and we'll begin with Shalom Aleichem as the introduction to Kabbalat Shabbat. Page 5, please join me. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem LeShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni leshalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seitchem leshalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And now let's turn to page 11 for the actual beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat. Psalm 95, L'chu Neranena, at the top of the page. Please join me. L'chu neranena, neranena, l'Adonai naria, naria, l'tzur ishenu. L'chu neranena, neranena, l'Adonai naria, naria, l'tzur ishenu. Nekadama fanav, nekadama fanav, nekadama fanav betoda. Bizmirot, bizmirot, narialo. Bizmirot, bizmirot, narialo. Lechu neranena, neranena, l'Adonai naria, naria, l'tzur ishenu. Lechu neranena, neranena, l'Adonai naria, naria, l'tzur ishenu. The heavens shall be glad and the earth rejoice, the sea in its fullness roar, the meadows and all that grows in them exult. Even the trees of the forest shall sing praise, as Adonai comes to judge the earth, judging lands with righteousness and people with divine truth. Let's turn to the middle of page 14, and we'll continue with Yismechu Hashamayim in the middle of the page. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, umlo. Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, Yiram hayam, umlo. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, Yismechu hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz. Now let us turn to page 20. At the bottom of the Hebrew section, the little arrow that's pointing inward, and let's sing together Romimu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kocho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kocho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kocho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu vehishtachavu lehar kodesho. Now let's turn the page to page 21. We'll continue with Mizmor LeDavid, Psalm 29. Please rise. Mizmor LeDavid, Havul Adonai Bnei Elim, Havul Adonai Kavod Vaoz, Havul Adonai Kevod Shemo Ishtachavu Adonai Behadrat Kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai Shover arazim vayshaber Adonai et arzei halvanon vayarkidem kemo egel Levanon vesirion kemo ven re'emim. Kol Adonai chotzev le'avotesh, Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar, Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai Yecholel Ayalot, Vayechesof Yeharot, Uvehechalot Kulo Omer Kavod, Adonai Lamabul Yashav, Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitain, Adonai Yevarech et Amo Vashalom. You may be seated. We will continue now with Lecha Dodi, the actual hymn, the actual prayer that welcomes Shabbat, even though Shabbat now doesn't start till a little bit later in the evening because of the time change. Once we light Shabbat candles and sing Lecha Dodi, we have officially welcomed Shabbat. So in our case, we're starting Shabbat early, but that's okay. We're allowed to do that. In the spirit of Purim, we have a special melody for Lecha Dodi this evening. We'll do the first two verses on page 23, the middle verse on 24, and the final verse on 25. When we get to the final verse, we'll rise and face the entrance. Page 23. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Ishmi anu el hamiyuchad. Adonai echad, Ushemo echad, L'shem ultiferet v'litila. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, Ki hi mekor hameracha. Merosh mikedem nesucha, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila. Lecha Dodi לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Page 24. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי. אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, pene shabat nekabela. Please rise and face the entrance, page 25 at the bottom. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uvetzohola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala, lecha dodi לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. You may be seated. Does anybody recognize the tune?
Was it Here Go the Grounders, Rush, Rush, Rush?
Yes, yes. Who knows the name of the song? It's like almost there. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol HaYehudim. Yeah, Chag Purim. Very good. All right, we will now turn to page 27 now that we've officially welcomed Shabbat, and we will sing together the Psalm for Shabbat, page 27. Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, Lehagid baboker chastecha, Ve'emunatecha baleilot, Ale asor v'ale navel, Ale higayon bechinor, Mizmor shir leyom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon, Ulezamer leshimcha elyon. The righteous flourish like the date palm, thrive like a cedar in Lebanon. Planted in the house of Adonai, they flourish in our God's courtyards. Let's turn to the middle of page 28, and we'll continue with Tzadikat Tamar. Tzadikat Tamar yifrach ke'erez ba'levanon yizkeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yavrichu Kod yenuvun beseva deshenim vera'ananim iyu lehagid ki ashar Adonai tsuri tsuri velo avalat habo. Before we continue with the Mariv service, we will switch moods for a minute, and we will recite the prayer for the state of Israel. I invite everyone to turn to page 178. We'll sing together the beginning of Avinu Shabashamayim together, and then we'll recite the English prayer on the left-hand margin. And of course, as we do this, we are thinking of all of the victims and hostages that we hope will be released immediately. Page 178. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'goalo. Avinu, Avinu, שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. ברך ברך את מדינת ישראל, ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו, הגן עליה בעברת חסדך, ופרוס עליה סוכת שלומך. אבינו אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. אבינו אבינו שבשמיים, צור ישראל וגואלו. Please join me on the left-hand side, page 178. Ribono shel olam, kabel na berachamim uvratzon et tefilatenu be'ad medinat Yisrael. Sovereign of the universe, accept in loving kindness and with favor our prayers for the state of Israel and all who dwell within her boundaries and under her authority. Open our eyes and our hearts to the wonder of Israel, and strengthen our faith in your power to work redemption in every human soul. Grant us also the fortitude to keep ever before us those ideals upon which the state of Israel was founded. Grant courage, wisdom, and strength to those entrusted with guiding Israel's destiny to do your will. Be with those on whose shoulders Israel's safety depends, and defend them from all harm. Spread over Israel and all the world your shelter of peace, and may the vision of your prophets soon be fulfilled. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Lo yisa goy el goy cherev, lo yilmedu od milchama. Venomar Amen. We will now turn back to page 173, and we will recite the Misha Berach prayer for those who are ill. If you have a name that you would like to add this evening, our custom here at Bnai Israel is after we read through the list, then if you have a name you want to say out loud, then you'll rise in your place and you'll be able to do that. And if you're on Zoom, online, then go ahead and unmute after we read through the names. We will begin by singing the Debbie Friedman Misha Berach, which can be found on the left-hand corner of 173. Please join me. Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Chavasara bat Basha, Yehudit bat Kalman, Rachel bat Esther, Chaim ben Pesach, Yaakov ben Shlomo, David ben Razel, Mirit bat Miriam, Aaron ben Chaya Golda, Tal ben Sarah, Shoshana bat Yochevet, Ilya Yisrael Richter ben Rachel, Chaviva Eliana bat Sarah, Salit bat Leah, Fegahana bat Sima, Ira Zelig ben Yehudit, Binyamin Leib ben Devorah, Esther Tenenbaum, Harvey Ruskin, Diane Chodorow, Rachel Langer, Lee Gershin, Larry Golden, Jack Azuz, Gloria Yoder, Batya Podos, Harold Albert, Sandra Kite, Healy Solomon, Kathy Brown, Brandon Simpson, Andrea Kotke, Jennifer Brown Lerner, Eva Curis, Ken Gasser, Randy Mead, Harvey Colchin, Marilyn Lafer, Gary Raish, Jennifer Hayden, and Julia Dramero.
Angelina Pauline, Terry Mechanic, Stephen Mechanic, Patty Box.
Anybody online would like to add a name?
Arnie Ben.
Martin Macauer, Burton Zacks, Word acknowledgement.
Mi shebeherach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. May they all find the healing that they so need and so deserve. We'll now turn back to page 39A, and we will continue with the Mariv evening service for Shabbat. I invite everyone to please rise for the Baruch Hu at the top of the page. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. Please join me on the English side of 39A. We'll read the first bracha, the first blessing of Mariv together. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tsevaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. U'ma'avir yom u'mevi laila, u'ma'avdil ben yom u'ben laila, Adonai Tsevaot shemo, el chai v'chayam tamim lo chaleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Maravim. Page 40. Avat Olam Beit Yisrael, Amecha Avta, Torah u'mitzvot, chukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu, B'shochveinu u'v'kumeinu, nasiach bechukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, u'b'mitzvotecha, le'olam va'ed. Ki hei mechayenu ve'orech yameinu, ve'orech yameinu. Uvahem nege yomam v'layla, yomam v'layla, ve'avatecha tasir mimenu le'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. Page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. And we'll continue privately with the second and third paragraphs of the Shema, page 42. Adonai Elohechem, top of 43a. Emet ve'emuna kol zot ve'kayam aleinu, ki hu Adonai Eloheinu, ve'ein zulato, v'anachnu Yisrael Amo. God brought Israel from its midst to lasting freedom and led them through the divided water of the Sea of Reeds. As their pursuers and enemies drowned in the depths, God's children beheld the power of the divine. They praised and acknowledged God's name willingly, accepting God's sovereignty. And then Moses, Miriam, and the people of Israel joyfully sang unto you. Top of page 44, Micha Mocha. Micha Mocha Ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele. Malchutecha ra'u banecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe, ze'eli anu ve'ameru, Adonai imloch leolam va'ed. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Yisrael. We'll continue now with Hashkivenu, the nighttime prayer for peace, page 45 at the top. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu לשלום והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ותקננו בעצה טובה מלפניך והושיענו למען שמך. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us, and you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people of Israel, and over Jerusalem. Uferos aleinu sukat shelomecha, Baruch atah Adonai hapores sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim. We'll continue now with Veshamru and Chatzi Kaddish, page 46. Please rise. Veshamru Bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה קידותי והמליך מלכותי, בחיי חונו ויומי חון, ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, ba'agala, uvizman kariv veimeru, amen. Yehi shemei Rabbam mevarach, le'alam me'almaya, Yitbarach, ve'ishtabach, ve'itpa'ar, ve'itramam, ve'itnaseh, ve'itadar, ve'itale, ve'italal. Shmei de Kudisha, Barichu, Le'ela, min kol berchata, ve'shirata, tushbechata, ve'nechemata, damiran be'alma, ve'meru, amen. We'll continue now with the private silent Amidah that begins on page 47 and concludes on page 52. Ose shalom bimromav, huya ase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, imru, amen. Ya'ase shalom, ya'ase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ya'ase shalom. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom, ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh shalom. Ya'aseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'meru, amen. We will continue now with the full Kaddish, middle page 54. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alamadi v'rak yirutei v'amlich malchutei b'chayechonu v'yomechonu v'chay dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalav v'zman karim ve'immeru, amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach, le'alam me'almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach v'ishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha b'richu, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, ואמירן בעלמה ואמרו, אמן. תתקבל צלות ההון ובת ההון לכל ישראל, קודמה והון ושמיה ואמרו, אמן. יהי שלום רב מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, אמן. עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו, amen. We will now continue with the Friday evening Kiddush on page 55. If anybody would like to partake in some grape juice, we have a bottle of grape juice and some cups over here. We'll just wait a quick moment to fill them up, and then we'll continue. Page 55. Savarim Adonai v'Rabbanan v'Rabotai, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher litziat Mitzrayim. Ki vanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim. Ve'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uv'ratzon, Hinachalotanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. L'chaim. And we'll continue with Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon HaKol, B'ateit gedula le'oster reshit. שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסר הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת, אין עוד, על כן נכבד לך אדוני אלוהינו. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. At this time, we will remember those in our community and among our loved ones and friends who are no longer with us. This Shabbat, we remember Abraham Eagle, Anna Leonard, and Joseph Koffler. And if there's anyone else you are remembering tonight, please take a moment to remember them in your mind and in your heart, and may their memory always be for goodness and for a blessing. We'll continue with Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divara Kirute ve'amlich Malchute, v'chayechon v'yomechon u'v'chaye dechol Beit Israel, ba'gala v'zman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'alam almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yithadar v'yitalev v'yithalal Shemei Dekudesha Barichu Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru Amen. Yehi shalama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. You may be seated. In a couple of moments, we'll conclude with Adon Olam, but I think we have some, just a couple of brief announcements. Firstly, we do have an oneg right after services in the lobby that everyone is invited to, and I want to thank Vicky for bringing things for the oneg. Lisa, did you bring as well? And Grace? Okay, so I want to thank all three of you for helping with the oneg this evening, and tomorrow morning we'll have services at 9:30 a.m. and then tomorrow evening will be our Purim celebration, Purim of the Caribbean. It's pirate themed. We will have dinner at 6 o'clock in the evening, and I believe it's I don't have it in front of me. Who remembers the prices? Jimmy, do you know the prices? It's I believe it's around $10. And then we'll have our Megillah reading at 6:45 tomorrow evening. And then Sunday morning, we will have a family-friendly Megillah reading as well in combination with our religious school at 9:30 a.m. And there will be an oneg after that Megillah reading as well. And then I believe that even though it's not officially a community-wide Purim festival per se, our community is invited to attend the Purim festivities at Congregation Albert. So religious school is dismissing early on Sunday in order for us to go to that as well. And then looking ahead, we have, go ahead, Jimmy.
I just want to say that we'll have beer.
We will have beer.
Yeah, the men's club made beer for Purim, so we will be serving that.
Okay. Well, it's also pirate themed, so there should be rum as well. So I'll take care of that. Okay. So, looking ahead into April, we have Passover coming up. The information has recently been sent out about our second Seder, which will be taking place the second night of Passover. So please call the office or go online and RSVP for the Seder. And then I also believe that we have the Pesach Day barbecue. And what's the date of that, Jimmy? April 28th. Evening. Or late afternoon, evening. Yeah. So, and that's always a treat as well. And there'll be other things going on after Pesach, and we'll, get to those as we get closer. Did I miss anything?
There's one, the sister has a game day in April. I think it's like the 13th, Sunday.
It's a game day?
Yeah, 14.
Oh, board games. Okay, April 13th, you said? We're looking up the date for the game day. Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll also announce it tomorrow. And it's, of course, on our calendar and on our website. So with that, thank you, everyone, again, for being here. And I know there are some new faces I haven't met yet. So if I have not met you yet, please come and introduce yourself afterwards. Let's turn to page 211, and we will conclude with Adon Olam again in the Purim spirit. Adon olam asher malach beterem kol yitzir nivra le'et nasa vechefso kol azay melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora ve'hu haya ve'hu hove ve'hu yeh betifara lai 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 la la lai 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 la la lai 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 la la lai 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 והוא אחד ואין שני להמשיל לו להכבירה בלי ראשית בלי תכלית ולא העוז והמשרה לי 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 לה לה לי 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 לה לה לי 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 לה לה לי 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 והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצור חבלי בעת צרה והוא ניסי ומנוס לי מנת כוסי ביום אקרא לי 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 לה לה לי Lai 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 בידו אבקיד רוחי בעת תישן ואירה ואם רוחי גביעתי אדוני לי ולא אירא לי 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 Shabbat Shalom everyone. Thank you again for being here. Please join us in the lobby for the Oneg. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, 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 Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Achai. Good Shabbos.